Moving on to something new, I saw this last night, Spectre, the new James Bond film. You've seen the trailers. You haven't seen the movie, though.
Have not seen the movie.
Let's just measure your level of excitement. How excited for Spectre are you?
I'm pretty excited, honestly.
Are you a Bond fan?
I am. I like some Bond. I can get into it.
You like Christoph Waltz as well? You're interested to see
Yes.
how he's doing?
I want to see how he's doing. But from what I've heard, from what you said, he really doesn't have that much time in it.
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get into that. The film is coming off the heels of the fantastic, probably one of the best Bond films I've ever seen in Skyfall. This is the direct sequel to Skyfall. There's a lot of connections to that film particularly, and Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace as well. It tries to kind of tie together all of the Daniel Craig James Bond plot points up until this point. Tries to tie them all up, which is a little bit weird because Daniel Craig still has one more film that he's on contract to do, so I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a finale or what, but it's directed by Sam Mendes. He's returning from Skyfall. It has a lot of the same writers and production team and whatnot behind it. It's very aesthetically pleasing film. This movie opens up, it's got one tracking shot that lasts for like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's just fantastic.
I love those.
Going through Mexico City, the Day of the Dead festival, got great scenery going on. I can't remember if Roger Deakins was the cinema. I meant to look this up before we started shooting, but Roger Deakins, who shot, he's the cinematographer for Skyfall, Sicario, lots of other great films. I'm not sure if he returned for this film, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised because this film is aesthetically beautiful. The villains are all right. I was about to say the villains are great, but no. Christoph Waltz, they really hype him up in this movie, and he is in it for, I think I told you, 3 or 4 scenes.
Yeah.
Of course, the last scene that he's in is a long scene, but I'm not sure if he has more than 15, 20 minutes of screen time total.
That's very, that's very sad. That's very unpleasing.
Yeah, that was one of your biggest selling points.
That was one of my biggest points. I was so excited about Christoph Waltz. Because I heard about Daniel Craig and how, he was kind of like, oh.
He's not really excited about playing
So
Bond
I was
again,
like,
yeah.
okay, I'll push off of Daniel Craig and I'll go up to Christoph Waltz. And I was like, yes. And
at least he's there.
Oh, yeah, at least he's there.
But you mentioned Daniel Craig, and he definitely looks like he is bored in this film. And that's unfortunate because it's James Bond, You're driving a boat out of a crashing building with a girl on your arm, just defeated the bad guy. It's awesome. Everything's cool. And he's just like, he literally looks like he could be checking his watch, and it's unfortunate because we talked about on the last episode of the film Fanclub his notorious or infamous comments about how he would rather slash his wrists and play this role again, but it really unfortunately shows through. I don't know if it's just because I was looking for that or if it's because it just shows through, but nonetheless, he looks bored. Christoph Waltz, in the scenes that he is in, he does a good job. He does a serviceable job. He's not going to be anywhere near, Inglourious Bastards kind of level of a great villain, but he does a good job. There's a really nice reveal about his character. I won't explain what it is, but if you're a Bond fan from going back even to the 60s, you'll enjoy the reveal. Although the reveal is epic and it's great, and I wish that they would have saved it for a better movie. Because like I said, this villain, the reveal about Christoph Waltz's character is great. Part of it is great. It's half great, half good, because then they go into this they try and make him personally tied to 007, and it's very shoehorned, very convoluted, and the way you saw it in the trailer, he says, "It was me, James, the author of all your pain." And it's like, how did he cause the events of Casino Royale and Skyfall? It doesn't make sense, but
doesn't tie it together.
No, it tries to tie it together, but it's very sloppily kind of tied together, but
that could be very disappointing.
It was very disappointing. Ricky, he saw it last night as well. He texted me. He really didn't like the film. He was very disappointed with it. I feel like I liked it more than him. I'm not sure what he'll give it as a rating. I should have asked him, but I will give Spectre, because it is still well shot. The fight scenes are great. It's a Bond film. This feels more so than any of Daniel Craig's other films. It feels more so like a Bond film, and that's great. But is the story something that you need to rush out and see? Is it something that the casual film fan is going to love? I'm going to say no, unfortunately. And I'm probably going to give, this really sucks. I'm probably going to give Spectre a 6.5 out of 10, which is what I gave Crimson Peak. It's what I gave The Visit. It's something that, if you're a Bond fan, you'll enjoy. If you're if you want to see, if you liked the trailers and you like what you've seen so far, you'll probably like it. But if you read that leaked script that got leaked at the end of 2014 when Sony got hacked, then you'll like it. But if you're kind of hoping for something a little bit more, if you're hoping for another Skyfall, you're not going to get another Skyfall. I'm sorry. This is not anywhere near a Skyfall. Skyfall is like a 9. This is a 6.5. So that's... Yeah, maybe a 7. Maybe a 7 on a good day. Ask me again on our spoiler review. So be sure to check out our spoiler review. Hopefully I can convince Ricky. If not, I'll get Casey.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see it at least by Sunday.
By Sunday. So we'll have to do a little something for you guys.